Mississippi radio station. You can watch us too. We are on that computer or that mobile device. Just head on over to SuperTalk TV. In Vicksburg, Mississippi, you guys have been recognized as one of the top 15 best historical small towns in the United States by Newsweek Reader's Choice Awards. Congratulations. But now we need the rest of Mississippi and Vicksburgonians. Maybe I can't remember how, Laura Beth, you said they were called your people, but to come out and vote. So Laura Beth Strickland joins us today to tell us a little bit more. But congratulations, Laura Beth.
Yes, we are so excited. Last year, we took the top spot for the Reader's Choice Awards for Newsweek, and we are so glad to be back on their list again.
So how does this get, judged or make the list, or what are sort of the things that they look for, the criteria is the word I was looking for, to get Vicksburg on the list?
They have a panel of different travel people that are experts in travel and have traveled all over the country, and they just put together towns that are full of history and have lots of stories to tell. And I mean, we're on there with some really great towns like St. Augustine, Florida, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. I mean, just all kinds of really great towns, and it's so great to be in the mix with all of them, and just very excited and hoping that we can take that top spot and bring it back to Mississippi again.
And that's due to people getting out and voting for Vicksburg and voting for Mississippi, yes. Really. So how does that work? How do people vote, Laura Beth? Or how often can they vote? Where do they vote? All the things.
Yes. Okay. So Newsweek has a website, their Reader's Choice Awards. We have direct links on our Visit Vicksburg Facebook page, and you just go to that website and you can vote every day, once a day, from now through August 15th. So we've got a little less than a month, and we just vote. You can vote every day and just we're the very last community, so just scroll to the bottom and click on Vicksburg.
And keep it going. You know, it's one of those things we take for granted when we live here, Laura Beth, is all of the history and the uniqueness there in Vicksburg. But you guys have people from all over who come and visit Mississippi, specifically Vicksburg, just for the history that's within your town. What are some of the main attractions that gets folks from all over excited about coming to Vicksburg and learning something about history?
Well, of course, we have the Vicksburg National Military Park. It's the most visited attraction in the state. They have between 400 and 500,000 visitors annually to the battlefield and the grounds surrounding that. It's just a heavily visited site, and it's also a great, beautiful place to go out and walk and ride your bike. And then we've got some great museums in town. We have the Beatenhorn Coca-Cola Museum, where Coke was first bottled. We also have the Old Courthouse Museum, which is kind of like the central area if you want to learn all the history about Vicksburg. We also have the Vicksburg Civil War Museum, which has just a great collection of Civil War memorabilia. The Old Depot Museum, which has the model trains and the boats, and just a great piece of history along the Mississippi River. And then the Jesse Brant Lower Mississippi River Museum that tells the story of the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers and the Mississippi River. So lots of different museums and sites that you can go out and check out. And then in addition to that, we have tour homes here that they are on tour year-round. They tell different histories and stories from different eras. I mean, I think we have about a dozen that are on tour year-round. That's Duff Green Mansion, Anchuka, the Basinski House, Oak Hall, Cedar Grove Mansion, the Corners Mansion, the McNutt House, Bear House, just so many different homes that you can go and explore those histories, as well as just special events throughout the year that just highlight different histories of Vicksburg. It's just really, if you really like learning stories from the past and seeing them come to life, Vicksburg's just a great place to come and just hear all kinds of different stories about different characters.
Laura Beth, Vicksburg came up in conversation here on Good Things, I think Monday, and I was trying to remember when you guys have your race through the hills of Vicksburg, whether it's 5K, 10K, half marathon, can't remember. Did I lie and say y'all do that, or am I correct?
Well, we have the Run Through History, and it's a 5K walk and 10K run, and that's through the military park. We also have now the Key City Classic, which used to be the Chill in the Hills, and that is a run that is in May, and then it's a 5K, and then we have another 5K, 10K night run in the summer that's around the Southern Cultural Center, and then in the fall we have the Over the River Run, which is a 5-mile walk and run over the old Mississippi River Bridge. So we have lots of different places that you can come and try to win some medals.
Or just make it, survive those hills.
Yes, or just say, hey, I completed it. Yes, exactly.
Well, good. I'm glad
For the run through history, I would definitely say a completion is just like an accomplishment in itself.
That's what I said. If you want to test your 5K time, how good it really is, you got to know what it's like running through those hills and those hills in Vicksburg for sure. Well, it feels like summer is just, gone by so fast, Laura Beth, but even though school's starting, there's still so much fun to be had left. Are there anything left in the summer season for people to think about or do in Vicksburg it says we wind up summer, but really it's hot until September here in Mississippi, but things to put on our calendar?
I mean, our school district starts back August 1st, so, it is right around the corner. This weekend, we have our citywide pep rally. That's at the Vicksburg Mall, and then we also have coming up next weekend, we have the Megabucks Catfish Tournament, the Mississippi River Monsters. That's the weigh-in that goes in through the convention center, so it is air-conditioned. But you get to see they have over 100 teams with 300 anglers, and they come through with these huge record catfish and lift them up and then put them in these tanks for viewing. It's just so much fun. Great place to bring families. They've got some vendors there. It's just a lot of fun to see those boats and those big catfish that they catch and, let everybody see. So that's really fun. That's next weekend, July 25th through the 27th. We've got the Vicksburg Farmers Market going on through the end of July. Just all kinds of fun stuff. We still got camps going on at Terra Wildlife and at the Southern Cultural Center. Just we keep it busy over here.
Absolutely, you do. Are we still celebrating the bicentennial? Is that still a thing that's going on?
Yeah. We actually had a planning meeting yesterday for some of the rest of our events that are coming up. So you can mark your calendars. The next event is going to be the Vicksburg Historic Art Festival. It's a fine art festival in downtown Vicksburg. We'll have lots of great artists, vendors along Washington Street, and some music, and just lots of fun. It's going to be a great shopping weekend if you need to come and find some special additions for your home, but just great place to find some really great fine art and celebrate artists. And then the next weekend, we're going to be having our Fall Family Fair out at Key City Park with lots of kids' activities. We'll be running the trolley from downtown to Key City Park, so if people want to go to the old courthouse flea market, that's going to be really fun. And then also in October, the 16th to the 18th, we'll have Voices from the Hills at Cedar Hill Cemetery, where there'll be characters at the cemetery talking about their lives. And then we're going to end the whole year with a drone show on New Year's Eve. So a lot of fun going on to celebrate Vicksburg's bicentennial. And we hope that people will be able to come on over and enjoy all the events and all the fun that we're going to be having.
Y'all are staying very busy, Laura Beth. But we got to get busy voting. So how long is the voting up for you guys for one of the top historic towns in the country?
It opened up at 11 a.m. today, and it runs through August 15th, and you can vote every day, and you can go to Newsweek, to the Reader's Choice Awards, and go to Best Historical Small Town, or you can find it on our Visit Vicksburg Facebook page, and we have a link there. But we're going to be sharing, and just please vote as often as you can, hopefully every day, and we really want to take that top spot because we were able to be the top spot last year, and we definitely would love to bring it home again in 2025.
That would be really cool to do back-to-back years, but I think you got a lot working for you. I don't think people recognize how much people enjoy coming and visiting Vicksburg. We encourage folks all the time here on Good Things, Laura Beth, to get out and visit Mississippi, right? Like, don't take for granted what's right here in your backyard. And so they can plan a trip over. Where would be the best place to go if we wanted to plan our trip to Vicksburg, from hotels to eating to entertainment?
You can visit our website at visitvicksburg.com and just start planning now.
All righty. Well, I appreciate your time, Laura Beth, and everybody go vote, vote, vote.
That's right. Thanks, Rebecca.
All righty. There you go. How cool would that be if we made it back-to-back years 2024, Vicksburg was recognized as the top best historical small town here in the United States by Newsweek's Reader's Choice Awards, so we would love to see them do a repeat. I wonder if that's ever happened before. But either way, whether they make it to the top or not, they still made it to that top 15, which I think is pretty cool. And when you think about historical cities, I'm sure there are plenty of them across the United States. And so to be nestled in that top 15, I think is a pretty cool thing to do. And I'm sure we will have that link up over on the Good Things Facebook group, or I'm sure at supertalk.fm at some point soon. So go vote for Vicksburg. It'll be a good thing. And stick with us. We got more for you coming up.